Hello, my name is Johnny. Welcome to another Marvel Character Talk video. Do those twice a week. Today we're going to take a look through late Silver Age, beginning of Bronze Age, 1970, Amazing Adventures, Inhumans story, and Black Widow. And artwork on the Inhumans features Jack, King, Kirby. So we're going to take a look through the issue here. If you'd like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, reply, and share. It's a 15 center. There you see them there in the cover corner. This was idea of bringing back the split books at the same time. They also had a split book where they brought Kazar and Dr. Doom into their own series for the first time. So this is the first series for the Black Widow and first ongoing series. New stories with Inhumans. Previously in the backup pages of Thor, they had one where they had the origins of the Inhumans. Pretty nice shape here. Let's see if I can look to the first page. So it's writer and artist Jack Kirby. And unfortunately, this was the time period here. This is cover date August, so this was May when this was on sale. Jack Kirby would be leaving after just a couple of issues. Whatever the fallout was with him and Marvel and Stan Lee. And it's got his one of his classic inkers, Chick Stone, on here. And then Kirby would go to DC and wouldn't be back to Marvel till about end of 1975, 1976, where he'd come back and do Captain America and some of his own characters and so forth, like Eternals and stuff for Marvel, and do covers. So them all looking pretty good there. And of course, Inhumans come out of the Fantastic Four, so it was neat to see them here. So it was sort of like a FF story featuring the Inhumans here at the beginning until they take over, and it's just all their story. Would have been neat if Jack could have stayed and see how the book would have progressed, but that's not the way things happen. Medusa looking pretty nice there. So this is the later style Kirby artwork. Chick Stone inked a bunch of Fantastic Four before Joe Sennett came and took over to be the classic Fantastic Four team of Jack and Joe on the art. Sort of a club after the MMS folded. They had the Marvel Mania, which kind of farmed out to another group, and they had merchandise. There's some of the comics that were out then there. FF was up to issue 100. 101, 102 would be the last ones with Kirby on that. There you see where Spider-Man is. Silver Surfer's just about to end its run. Jack was doing Thor right to the end there. And then there's the other comics. So they had a big expansion in 1968, and then in 1970 more. And then a couple of years the comic code would change, and then they do all the monsters and supernatural things from the early to mid 70s. That would be a big push and expand the line beyond just regular superheroes. Maximus the Mad is always a creep. And of course this is a split book, so this story isn't that long. So it was a 10-pager. And then the artwork on here, let's see who it's written by, and it's drawn by John Buscema and inked by Big John Verporten. Then came the Black Widow. She's in her superhero outfit. I think she first got that in an issue of Spider-Man in like 1969 or so. Classic John Zimmer. Look, artwork. Yeah, so they mentioned that in number 86. So they should be getting a backstory here and so forth. And then a little bit later, she'd be teamed up with Daredevil, and Daredevil would move to San Francisco. 73, 74 time period. And she actually had co-starring under Daredevil, and it's and the Black Widow for a year or two. Double page ads. They're sticking. See if I can open that. There we go. It's a kind of a cool book to fill in that bridge between the end of the Silver Age and the beginning of the Bronze Age, and how they were trying out these characters instead of giving them a full thing. Neither of these books would be that successful, and they give the Inhumans a full book again, I think in 75, 76. I remember that one. And a lot of these things that were sort of spin-offs and characters that were cool in the Fantastic Four and the different things were never that big on their own. Just like Black Widow was never that big a character on her own, at least in time periods that I was buying up into the 90s. And of course, is well known now for being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's a cool cover with Stranger and Abomination. And even though I think Kirby's doing the inside towards the end there, he wasn't doing all the covers. Here's another page here. And that's the other book, Astonishing Tales, and Kirby was doing the artwork on Kazar. I think I covered that book. If I did, I'll leave a link to it at the end there, Kirby and Wood. Yeah, they always wanted to get Wally Wood to do more. He did Daredevil for a while and so forth, but it never lasted. Interesting book, if you haven't seen that or heard of that. So the Inhumans' first ongoing story, and Black Widow in a split book. This is a couple of years after the famous Silver Age, Tales to Astonish and Tales of Suspense and so forth ended their runs, and then they brought this idea back, and it just didn't catch on and wasn't a big seller. Till next time, thanks for watching. More Marvel character talk to come.